I know you guys haven't seen me for a while, but I have been active. I have been posting, just not on this channel. I have been reviving my main type beat channel that I grew over the years to, 12.8k subs. Obviously, I stopped posting on it for like a year. I let it die. I let my whole type beat thing die, if I'm being completely honest, because life has happened. I've had a bunch of early life crises. I don't know if they exist, if that's actually a thing, but now it is. I've had early life crises. And I've been going through a lot, I'll be real. But in the midst of all that, I've decided to start up my type beat channel. Now, for me, at the moment, with this channel, I have basically said to myself that I am going to revive it because it has potential to not only grow back to the point where it was, but even exceed that if I just do things right and I post good beats. That's been my mentality. So I'm just going to walk you through kind of like what I'm doing and what's working for me right now, because a lot of you guys will still be trying to grow your type beat channels, have had no success. And my kind of like lull period in terms of trying to bring my channel back up to speed would be probably be for a lot of you guys crazy numbers, right? So I just want to show you what's working for me at the moment. So I've had to change the strategy, okay? Slightly. Because before I would just kind of upload a boogie, a boogie, a boogie, a boogie, a boogie, J.I., a boogie, a boogie, J.I., and just kind of like that, right? That's what the niche of my channel was, and a bit of toy lanes and stuff. But recently, I've completely scrapped J.I. because I've come to the conclusion that nigga is just fell off. No one wants his beats. No one wants to use his beats. Okay, so that's dead. And I've switched a little bit to the sexy drill lane and kind of like the Jersey Club sexy drill thing with Cash Cobain and all that kind of stuff. And I will show you now basically how that's going. All right, so on my analytics, I know the light's there. I'm sorry. Pod question. Okay, the main channel. Subscribers, cool, right? So this is my main channel. That's how much we're earning per month again, right? Obviously, I literally just started posting on this channel a month ago, okay? Like back consistently. So if we go to last 365 days, I'll give you a rundown of where my channel's been. This is what's been going on with my channel up until I started to sort my shit out and start posting every day. You can literally see here, right? So these little blocks, obviously where I was posting, right? So up until this point, I wasn't posting at all. I was not posting at all. And obviously I started posting a little bit more again in March. Cool, but it still was very inconsistent. And this is when I started posting daily again. And you guys will argue in the comments, oh, you don't need to post daily. You don't need to post daily beats. Some of you guys will try and tell me as if you know better. And I'm not saying people don't have valid input. Like there are producers that don't post daily and do well. But for me, in my experience, I will always preach the daily posting thing, because ever since I started posting daily, ever since I started focusing on making sure that I had a beat out every single day, I just had that habit in my mind that I'm making X amount of beats a day so that I can continue to post daily, my channel has started growing again, as you can see. Look at the spike, okay? And it's only going up. So my goal is to basically get my beats back up to 1K daily views. And we are getting closer, because before, 1K in 2 days, that was something that I used to always get back in the day when I first had this channel running well. I used to get 1 to 2K every 24 hours per beat, no questions. Now, we're climbing back up to that point. I've got beats that are hitting a K after, a day or two. And my average views per beat at the moment is about 500 at minimum, sort of thing, within kind of 24 to 48 hours, which obviously I still have some growing to do. I still have to kind of improve that. But my whole mindset is, as long as it's consistently reaching that point where it's kind of getting to that 1K views per day, I know the sales were rolling, the subscribers were rolling. I've been getting a lot more subs recently. There was a time period where my channel plateaued in subs. Now I'm getting at least, a few every, couple of days or whatever. 98 subscribers in the last 28 days. Not too bad. And obviously, 54K views in the last 28 days. So this is the thing. Do you want to know the truth? I didn't know if it was possible to revive the channel. I wasn't sure, because I left it so long. I did so many things wrong. I even sold the channel at one point. The guy tried to fucking cheat me out of my beats and post my beats and all this kind of stuff, and I had to get it back. All this kind of stuff. I thought this channel was just fucked. And as it turns out, you can revive a type beat channel. You can. But the thing that I focused on is, the first thing is I had to start to adapt to the current sound, because obviously the state that I left the channel in when I became inconsistent for the first time, obviously what was working back then no longer works. So back then it was like J.I.A. Boogie. If I post a J.I.A. Boogie beat now, I can show you, I literally get no views. Look at this. This beat was posted on the 18th or the 10th of July. So let me just focus it. As you can see, J.I.A. Boogie, fucking, how many views? 415, bro. 415. Like, the J.I.A. Boogie thing doesn't work anymore. When I come back to the channel and starting to grow the channel and revive it or whatever with this mentality that I'm going to bring it back to life, I had to learn through uploading those beats that, oh shit, this doesn't work anymore. So I have to find another way. I need to find a different niche, a different artist. And obviously the logical step with my channel, it being a New York channel predominantly, right? Most of the beats are like centered around New York artists, this, you know, apart from like the Tory Lanes thing. I said to myself, right, I need to try this sexy drill thing because this is what's popping off. And lo and behold, it has definitely given my channel the spike that it needed, you know? It is in a position where the sexy drill beats don't do as well as my A Boogie beats still, but they've invited a new audience to my channel through the videos that have performed following that keyword. So for example, I've got an A Boogie Cash Cobain beat, right? This one here, it's got 1K, 1.2, right? Obviously this isn't a lot, but it's just, it's a proof of concept that it works, the niche works. This one, A Boogie Cash Cobain, 2K, right? Obviously Cash Cobain on its own, which is good, 1.2K. So if the beats performed decently without the keywords that I'm usually using, which is usually A Boogie, that means that the niche is somewhat functioning for me. And so with that, you know, I just double down on it a little bit more, post a few more beats. You know, admittedly, they haven't done as well as I've wanted, but as you can see, there's a trend. The A Boogie Cash Cobain beats work for me to some extent. Obviously, another one here, another outlier, Tory Lanes A Boogie, that still works because, you know, that got 2K. But yeah, like the A Boogie Cash Cobain together for me does well, and then A Boogie on its own. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, I'm just looking at all this data that I'm collecting. A Boogie on its own starting to work again. Now, why? Because I'm more consistent. I'm posting again. I've got different niches kind of being posted on my channel. So people who didn't know my channel existed before are kind of discovering it for the first time and then realizing, no shit, his A Boogie beats are pretty good. So it's just that kind of trial and error process I'm going through right now. But that's how I'm reviving it. So I'm trying slightly different artists. I'm also sticking to what I know definitely works, but I'm alternating between them. And what that's enabling me to do is just collect enough data to where I can make informed decisions every day on what type of beat I'm going to post. So for today, even just looking through that now, I'm thinking to myself, right, I'm going to post another Cash Cobain A Boogie beat and see how that does. And you just do that enough. You rinse and repeat the process over and over again, taking what works, and you just spam it. You just spam it and spam it and spam it. And then the views will slowly climb. But what you cannot afford to do is let the views of today dictate your actions for tomorrow. So you might see a beat underperform today because you took a slight risk and went for an artist that you weren't sure would work, but you thought it could, and maybe it didn't perform as well. And what you say to yourself is like, oh, I got X amount of views, that ain't good enough. I'm not gonna post tomorrow, I'm gonna give up. This channel doesn't work, this niche is fucked. That's the wrong mindset. You just need to keep trialing and basically experimenting with what niches work for your channel, right? There are certain people that have a similar niche to me and they post A Boogie beats and then they post Drake beats, and the Drake beats do really well, but for me, the Drake beats don't do well. So I'm not gonna copy what doesn't work for me, if that makes sense. I can't just take what works for another person categorically and expect that to work on my channel. Sometimes YouTube's weird like this. Like, you just need to figure out what works for your channel, and that's why you have to trial and error a little bit. But what you want to do is just base it around one central artist. So my central artist is pretty much A Boogie, and then, you know, a couple times out a week, like 2-3 days out of the 7 days a week, I'll post a Cash Cobain on its own type beat, or a different artist. I might experiment with a different one. There'll come a day this week that I'll probably try some random artists I've never tried before, just to see what works. Because then once you collect that data and you figure out, oh, you have that surprise of, oh, this artist actually works for me, then you can start to combine it with your main artist, and then you run it up from there. But that's how I'm reviving my channel. I just wanted to make that update video. I will be reviving this channel, and what I've been focusing on as well is, obviously, as you guys know, I created a lot of channels in the past, like, and I've experimented with like different type of channels all at the same time. All of that kind of making new channels over and over again, I feel like it just killed my focus on, you know, my main breadwinner, which is this question channel. This question channel was the channel that made me all of my money, basically, and I kind of just let it go. I'm basically just focusing on one channel, putting all my energy into it, and knowing that my efforts will be rewarded over time. And it's not an overnight thing. Like, to revive this channel, I'm about a month into posting daily again, almost. And I'm just now starting to see the fruits of my labor. I'm starting to make a few sales here and there. I sold an exclusive the other day. You know, it's a process, but you cannot rush it. Anyway, if you like this video, obviously comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, anything else you want to hear from me, any type of videos you want to see. Let me know, and I will try to post. But yeah, peace.